respond, you were going to get beat. This is a nice throw by Jake Garcia. Put it right there.
Morris to make good decisions. Play action. Morris has 3 men going deep. He's chased, eludes a man. Has a man short, wants to go deep. Wide open. Unbelievable touchdown,
Safety 7-2. Later in the second, Kaya finds Stacy Coley over the middle. No one can catch him.
In his face and gets it out on time. Harley's able to keep his balance, and then it's just a foot race to the end zone. What a play.
Will throw. Looking for Knighton out of the backfield. He's got it, and he's gone.
All right, Canes family, welcome back to another review. I know if you're here, it's a heartbreaker. We took an L to Duke, so I appreciate you sliding. Obviously, you know, there's not a lot to like about the content I have to work with, but I really do appreciate you come checking it out. You know, my content, ladies and gentlemen, even though we taking L's to Duke at home. This game's going to start off a lot similar to last game, where you basically have a, you know, kind of a confusion in coverage, forced fumble, and a recovery by a safety who does both on one play. And then we're actually going to score off that turnover on the same exact play in the red zone. Let's get into it. Quads to the field side. You have trips bunched here. So it's going to cause a little confusion. Keontra and TC are going to go upfield. It's going to leave a little bit of space for this hitch. Guy gets it on flag. Steps underneath him. But however he comes to make up that play, wraps him up. And while he has his guy wrapped up, James is holding him up, going to rip it. Strips that thing right out. Lucky bounce out back to our way instead of Duke's way. And James is able to go ahead and secure this fumble. But again, a little bit of confusion on the first play, little hitch, and then forced fumble by our safety, who was able to then go down, track it, and recover. If it's not deja vu, I don't know what it is, because literally last game we had something super similar here. This time it's just a slant, not a hitch, but a little miscommunication early, and then a playmaking safety making a play to save us. Speed in space, speed in space. So we go 5 wide, trips bunch stacked here to the field side. We're going to bring Rooster in the orbit motion here to swing past this. You got trips here. You got to make this block if you're Romello Brinson. However, it doesn't detriment him because the dude overshoots it. And then Knighton's able to just cut up off him. Good blocks there by Kobe Young and Mallory. But just Rooster in space, get the ball to him quick. And he's able to make some cuts and get a positive gain on the first down. This is how you replace some of that running game that you're struggling to do. Quick passes to your running backs out in the flats. The outside zone action, but it's not condensed. We're spreading them out. We got trips here to the field side. We're going to do a little OZ with your center pulling. You have a blitz coming here off the edge, but he's going to run out of it. But what you do is when you're pulling this center to trap block this guy to, you know, be that lead, is because you want this left tackle to get up to a linebacker and seal him, which is what he's going to do here. So you have John Campbell get up and seal linebacker. You have a great cut here by Henry Parrish because our center wasn't able to get there in time. This is a blitzer coming off the edge. So he's not able to get there in time. Great cut by Henry Parrish, and then just great blocking here from, you know, the gang at receiver and tight end. So good block, good vision there by Henry Parrish. Obviously that initial cut saved the day, and then John Campbell sealing that linebacker with so there's no chance that he can flow through, blocking out in front. Loved last week's Jakari Brown's package. Not really feeling this one. We went from 5 wide with him, as the lone, in backfield to let's put 2 tight ends here. We're going to put our big receiver here and put our running back and our receiver out here. Like, we're lucky we got this spot just by his, athleticism and strength. Obviously, Kobe Young, good block there. He ran into Kobe Young, who was able to hold his own. But let's spread them out and then let Jakari throw it or, run it. Obviously, he's in there to run most likely. So why are we just going to put everybody so condensed like that, man? It just hurts to see sometimes because it worked so well spread out. Obviously, we needed a tough yard. We got it, so we can't complain. But I just don't I just rather have seen the same look from last week. So this is what I mean by deja vu, Canes family. We get into the red zone. We do the same exact play we did last week to score the Latson. This time, Kobe Young's able to keep his feet. And instead of Skinner, we got Jacoby George back, so welcome sight. So he's going to run this drag, right? It's man coverage. He's going to run this drag. And now you have these two crossers from Kobe Young and Latson converging. Latson and his man are gonna either rub Kobe Young's man, or Kobe Young's man is gonna rub with Latson, and it's gonna be wide open versus man. It's just a great play call. Even works sometimes in zone. That's why that drag is built in. So the defender's deep at the safety. They're looking in front of them, and while Latson can sneak around, which is literally what happened last week. But this is just great play calling in the red zone. Again, you got a play that's going to combat zone and man built into it. Get these crossers. You're going to rub here. Easy touchdown for Kobe Young. Literally the same exact play, except this time, you had Jaleel Skinner because there was no Jacoby George, and Kobe Young keeps his feet this time. That's the only thing different. Same exact play, same result. We get lucky on this play. This could have been, our 9th turnover, or attributed to our turnovers, which would got us to 9. So we're in tight again. You have 2 tight ends rounding out the edge. Mallory's here with the pistol with Rooster. 2 receivers stacked here, which is going to be a good concept. You're going to have an out with this post to clear it. But again, you're going to be relying on your right guard to come and trap block this guy off the edge. We have not been able to, whatever we do on the edge is just not working here, because this is just not enough. If this guy, look at how close he is to swiping this ball and, being another forced fumble. So TVD just got this thing off, and it was a beauty, which is great to see because it was a great route tree. You have quick out here, deep out here, and then the post over the top to clear it, as you see Keyshawn over here. That was just a great design, but again, the blocking off the edge is an issue. We have to figure out what it is. If we're gonna pull the right guard, we have to make sure he can get there. I mean, this was a dime by Tyler Van Dimes, but oh my God, we have to do something about people just coming off the edge unblocked, man. It's tough here to swallow. It's 4th and 1. I'm stuck between. Do I get mad at the OC for being like, yo, every successful run you have is because we have 3 split out wide and we're spreading them out? Or should I be mad about, us not being able to get a yard, even though we motion somebody in tight and you're going against, a box of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Literally, there's 10 players out of 11 here in the box. I'm caught between. Do I say, hey, OC, bro, come on, you've adjusted it. It's worked. Why are we going back to this? And I'm stuck between that and, bro, we can't get a yard. I don't know where to be at right now. I want to yell and be like, hey, coach, man, this isn't working. Why are we going back to it? But I also want to yell is, how the hell can't we line up and get a yard versus Duke? So, bro, it's just so conflicted, of how to feel about it, man. It really is, but it's not it. That's all I know is it's not it. So we're running, a 2x2 set here. This is, basic. This is, Chiefs. This is just basically all curls, really. So you open up and it gives you, a chance to throw it either right on them or away. This is Kobe Young here. He's going to be playing with a corner on top. You got this bracket going on with a linebacker and a safety on Will Mallory. So he's riding him up. The safety staying on top. You got this hitch. You got this curl. TVD throws it right on time. Good offense. Kobe Young obviously giving TVD confidence because it just didn't seem like that earlier this year of him catching it and letting it rip. So the emergence of Kobe Young is helping with those timing throws. So here we are again condensed, but guess what he does like that touchdown call? He's going to max protect while you're condensed in here. So it's only 3 people going out for a route. Everybody's in tight. You have Kobe Young, who he has here by design because this ball is going to be going to him. You're going to bring Romello Brinson in orbit motion. It's man, the guy's clearing out of there. So you have Mallory, who is your wing, come across to help on the edge, which has been a huge problem. Your running back staying in pass protection. And now you have man with Kobe Young on a crosser, on a step. So this is some traffic here, and you just create a little head start right in front of the ref to get that crosser. How did TVD have time? We're going to be tight. Okay. Max protect. Leave your running back in there. Leave your tight end in there. Somebody got to be in there to help. Now he has the time to let that go. Great ball and catch by Kobe Young, who we can't say enough about. He's definitely receiver one at this point. He's producing like it. He's playing like it. The confidence is all there. So obviously that 4th and 1 was just trash. We weren't able to get no push. So what did we go back to? The first two things that worked when we were running the ball. We spread them, get trips to the field side, get that outside zone, pull in your center, getting your left tackle up to the linebacker. This is literally the same play we had when we had that 15-yard, 18-yard run, whatever it was, to Henry Parrish, on the first drive. Let's get back to that. Let's not run, up the middle. Parrish is able to get to the outside. Would like to see him, cut up in here with his block. It looks like it could have been a bigger play. However, it looks like it worked just fine, and this cornerback needs to get in the weight room. You did all that to get off this block, my boy, to get trucked like that. So again, spread them out, run the ball better. It's just too much. It's not a coincidence at this time. It just is what it is, bro. We just can't go up there and just drop our nuts and go against 8 to 10 man fronts in the box. It's just not working. We have to spread them out for any hope in the running game. This play just was off from the beginning. Look at the timing here, right? Look at your left guard, right? He's holding him. Now he lets it go right when TVD's throwing this guy the ball at Rooster right in front of him. So off rip, this timing was off. This whole play was busted play. However, a bad play turns into a worse play because he goes to go run upfield, and here's his left tackle he's bumping into, and here's this D tackle that literally had a free run straight at him, because he got released literally right into him while he's throwing the ball. Dude's looking right at the quarterback. Like, this was never going to work. The timing was just off. But it turns into a bad play. He got the ball. D-tackle just literally rips it right out. Scoop. TVD is not able to get him down. Good job by Rooster, running down there and tackle him. Love the effort. That definitely could have been a score. I don't think any of our linemen would have gotten there. So he saved the touchdown. So he saved the, scoop and score on his own fumble. But this play was just dead from the start, just by the timing. Like, just you letting him go right as you're throwing it right to him. He has eyes. He's able to see, and then just blow this up. Like, this play was just not it. And then falling to the ground, getting ripped by a D tackle. I'm pretty sure he's stronger than everybody who carries footballs on our team. But you have to hold on to this. It doesn't matter how you do it. You just have to be able to hold on to it. 5 fumbles in the game. That's just unacceptable. At any level, there's just nowhere you could be at. Pee-wee football, high school football, college football, NFL football, arena football, semi-pro. Literally, USA. You can go to any league. You can say overseas, whatever you want to do. No matter what level of football you're playing at, you cannot fumble 5 times and expect to win a football game. Let alone have 3 interceptions on top of that. Let's just be serious here. I did not know that Lamar still had eligibility and how light he got up in Baltimore, bro. Maryland, bro. Got that boy looking white. But apparently he has eligibility, and he plays for Duke now because, their quarterback could rush for 3 touchdowns or whatever the hell he had. They're going to catch. This is a perfect play call from their OC versus our defensive coverage. This is man across the board. Corey Flags on this running back. You see everybody's covering their man. It's going to open this up. The running back's going to go to the right side, and then the center is going to release for this lead block. Not able to dive there for the tackle. 11 and 90. They were by design widened out. No wrap-up attempt here on the goal line. James has him wrapped up, but not his buddy, so it's just not going to work. You're going to pile in there. But this is just literally Duke catching us in the perfect play call. Look how wide open this is going to be. Insane. I have to do better than that, man. It was just embarrassing how we struggle against running QBs, and we know that. Historically, we've known that, but you just can't have what we had yesterday, man. It's just inexcusable. K5. Honestly, I F with Keyshawn Smith, the long way. Obviously, at kick return, we haven't had a touchdown in so long, and he had one call back versus Bethune. Then he had another one, versus was it MTSU? Yeah, Middle Tennessee. He's had some good ones all year, so I ain't saying let's get Keyshawn out of there because he has, but this is just when it rains, it pours. One of the better returners in the NCAA. Gets the ball knocked out right here by number 4. Literally clean ripped. Ball security. It's just, when it rains, it pours. We're giving them the ball right here on the 22-yard line. They're basically at the doorstep of the red zone. 5 fumbles, bro. We can't have it, man. You just can't have it. There's no way that you could win games like this. You just can't expect to put the ball on the ground 5 times and win a football game, let alone, again, 3 interceptions. It's just not winning football. There's no formula for any level of football to win games when you turn the ball over this much. So keep his head up and keep balling, keep bouncing back. It's a long season. Obviously, we're 3-4 right now, so it's looking like, hey, can we make a bowl game? And hey, that's a real conversation. But to do so, we got to tighten up and then keep playing. Anybody want to quit? I'm pretty sure Coach Mario is going to weed those people out. Go ahead and get in the zone read, counter, whatever you want to call it. I believe it's zone read. You got this right guard pulling and this tight end pulling with this give. This puller is going to get the best of Mesidor here on this snap. Laying that metal. But you have Corey Flagg here. He's going to be playing, he's going to be the most outside linebacker to the field side, right? You gotta fill out here, man. He came inside, and running back continued to bounce out. You have your middle linebacker at that snap, which is Keontra, not able to make that tackle, coming all the way across from the inside. Love the effort, still going to make a play downfield, but you got to seal that. We have to win this edge right here. We get blown up here. We go inside here, and then we miss a tackle here. That's the definition of a big play on the run waiting to happen. This is rough, Canes family. So it's trips to the field side. You got the wing tight end, and now you're motioning this running back. The reason why they're doing that is to get Cam out of here, which is going to lighten up the box for what they want to do. They're going to run that fake, swing pass. Running back's not even looking, literally not selling it at all. And the quarterback takes off for a QB draw. That tight end right here is going to make this main block here on Corey Flagg as he wraps around. The block's not able to get to Keontra, but he's too outside. Huge block here on Corey Flagg by that tight end. And then you've got to wrap up here, man. You can't. You just have to wrap up and then let your cornerback help you drive him back. No wrap up here, so he's able to continue going forward. Good move and athletic by Lamar to get that ball across the goal line. You wrap him up, or you're attempting to wrap him up. That ball might be a fumble right here. So he has it here. You have your right arm around it. He's not going to be no way to be able to stretch that out. Reek, you got to hold on to him too, and he's able to stretch that out. So this was just not the best snap for us on defense, man. Again, breakdown and protections, guys. Like we can't do nothing. We can't run the ball with the O-line. Getting pushed. A ton of injuries. Let's just be real. They weren't the best, but they're definitely banged up. They're as banged up as pretty much like our running back room, which we all know is extremely banged up. But this is just something you cannot have. You have somebody lined up right over your left guard. You got to block that. You just cannot let that guy go straight to your quarterback, man. I don't care whatever the protection call is. Obviously, TVD's able to duck him. But, of course, they're going to bring a blitz off the edge, the nickel. Everybody blitzes their nickel 50 times against us because everybody's had success blitzing us off the edge. So here you go. Free inside lane at our superstar quarterback. Let's do that. And then, we have that free blitz off the edge. But if we are able to pick this up, TVD maybe has a chance to get rid of that football. He has no chance to get rid of the football when he's looking, has to duck here. And then as soon as he gets his head back down, he's getting freaking blown up in his rib cage. Like, you just have to be better than that, man. Like, the protection scheme needs work. And obviously, like, we can't just make our O-lineman, All-American O-lineman out of nowhere. But we just have to fix, Jalen Rivers was balling in the beginning of the year. He's a big-time recruit. We have to fix the mental issues that's killing us right now. Prayers up for TVD. Haven't heard anything about what it is. Hopefully he's healthy and he's okay. But this is what we get for, not what we get, but we're going super condensed here, man. You got your 2 tight ends here. You're bringing your receiver in closer. Your receivers here. Everybody's here. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have a safety coming in late. That's 9 people you got to contend with. You don't know who's coming. But, of course, they're going to come off the edge, man. Free off the edge. we just went last play. 2 people come in free. 2 more people are coming in free. Some people were like, oh, you got to throw this to Rooster. The play was not to throw it to Rooster. The play was to get Will Mallory wide open. Rooster's just going this way most likely, just to get these guys flowing this way, which works because here he goes. He's going to Rooster, and he got Will Mallory wide ass open. It's going to be a first down like it's drawn up for, but we have no account. Like, we're not accounting for anybody off the edge. It's just insane. We have to change these protections. You cannot go into the condensed bunch looks without max protection, because this is what happens. And then now we lose our quarterback for don't know how long, just the game right now. But we're inviting teams to continue to wreak havoc on us for this. I mean, it is insane. We'll see it through with Jake, but we're just inviting teams to come and hit our quarterback off the edge. It's just every game, free players off the edge, free players off the edge. Free players at the edge. We have to make an adjustment. Whether you go condense and it's every time it's max protect, or just cut it. This time, Coach Steele is going to get super aggressive. We're going to bring four receivers out, right? Everybody's in man. There's no help. If y'all get toasted, you're toasted. 7 people on the line, 7 people coming. We're going to go straight up this. You got Moultrie here. You got Daryl Jackson here on the center. The guard, there's nobody that's going to be able to come through for Caleb Johnson on the blitz, but everybody's coming. But we're pressuring that specific gap. This was designed for this to go through, because you're going to have Moultrie take that right guard up. You have Daryl Jackson, who is too much to handle for any center one-on-one. And here comes Caleb Johnson, butt naked open through it. Running back doesn't do nothing in pass pro. Shoots through, gets a big-time sack here. We were able to actually hold him to the field goal because of this, to keep us in the game going into halftime. I'm going to let this play rock, and let's see what y'all think, Canes family. Did you see it? Not did you see the guy make the set. Did you see the play call? How it was literally a design touchdown? There's literally perfect play to call it, perfect time to call it. We're about to go into halftime 14-7. What if I told you that this play was going to be a touchdown? Let's get into it. So they're going to bring 6 to the line of scrimmage. This guy walks straight up to it from the linebacker position. Your right guard, Seymour, I know you're not getting, you don't have a bunch of snaps to your belt and you're getting thrown in there because of injury, but we need you to, baby. We need you to win that. We need you to win that. You see the experience here with Jakai. You got someone coming over, engages with the D lineman, and then gets to the blitzer. So that's what experience does. Seymour doesn't have experience. How you get experience, you play. So it sucks. But you're going to get right over here on our right guard and tackle Jake Garcia or sack him. They're blitzing. There's nobody. There's some man across the board. So here's the form. Here's the concept. Seam, drag, post, touchdown, out and up. They actually have no defender on Rooster. So you have drag here in man, seam in man. Here's the post in man. This guy's wide open. And the reason why he's not throwing it to Rooster is because he's waiting for him to get upfield. Because as you do that post and get this defender inside and the safety's already on top of Mallory, because you have to respect it, this is a wide open touchdown. That's why Jake Garcia didn't throw this ball to Rooster, even though he had so much space right here. He could have thrown it. He's waiting because it's going up here for a touchdown. It's a shot call. However, protection doesn't work out in our favor. Missed opportunity. Touchdown. So after that huge missed opportunity on that design play, we come back with it with a trip stacked condensed look with a flood concept. So you have speed out, you have a deep route, and then you have a clear route. I don't know what was going on with the timing here, but that clear route has to be, it's an MOR, so he's taking a mandatory outside release and then going upfield. But that clear route has to be further downfield than this, because you have to have that safety, further and further. But, Jake was staring at this deep out the whole way, so the safety broke off him. But just the spacing of this concept just wasn't there. You have your speed out, you have your deep out, but this is supposed to be the clear guy. He's still in the same vicinity. Something wasn't right about this, and then the safety was able to just read it the whole time. And then not the best throw from Jake, so it's a pick. But you have to plenty of time in the pocket. They're only rushing 3, so it's hard to pick these windows. You either got to throw this away, or you have to figure out what's going on with that concept, because Latson, in my opinion, should have been further downfield. So we're gonna catch Duke in a 2-man under. So what that means is you have 2 high safeties that have deep, while you have man underneath. These guys are just to help their teammates not get bombed. But you have this safety who's gonna be a step slow. He's probably looking at Mallory, and in that step you have Colby Young, who's able to take an outside release. So this safety who's supposed to be over the top is burnt chicken. Perfect throw from Jake Garcia to the outside shoulder. And then it allows Colby Young, who with his route gave himself space to the sideline, to finish this. Colby Young is definitely receiver 1 at this point. He's making the plays, the big plays, the need 'em plays. But this comes from this errant safety. I don't know what this little lean forward hesitation was and then try to drop back. Did you think you were going to bait our quarterback? I don't know. You're not him. This is him, though. He wears 88 in green. Nice over-the-shoulder catch. Great ball there from Jake Garcia, and then Colby Young does the rest for him. This is probably the biggest play of the game for the Miami Hurricanes, and it was nice to see. Again, we had hope. This is what killed us, bro. There were so much times that hope just came in, bro. This was a very hopeful, impactful minutes that are about to be in the review, and then it would just fall completely apart. But Colby Young continuing to be a menace. Over 100-something yards this week, 2 touchdowns. He's just balling back to back to back. It's 3 weeks in a row with touchdowns. 2 games back to back over 100 yards. So again, 88 is Himothy. All right, Kings family. So after that huge Colby Young touchdown, man, this is continuing to add to the hope, man. Believe. We're gonna force the turnover. We're gonna actually even capitalize on the turnover, man. This is how you play football. So they're trying to isolate this matchup right here. They got 11 sets. So you got 2 receivers down here. You got your tight end here, 1 receiver backside. So this is just a good release here from this receiver. He's gonna get DJ Ivey going outside with his foot fire. Little outside release, then back inside. So he has that inside leverage on the inside breaking route, which is textbook. This is just good route, good throw here on time. But DJ Ivey, kudos to him, not giving up, following through the play. He's in position to make this tackle, but he does more than just make a tackle. He swipes through the ball, plays through it, is able to rip it out, and it bounces right to him. What if I told you in the last 2 games we've had 3 players strip a ball and land on it? From Avante to James earlier this game, and now DJ Ivey. So these boys are definitely stripping footballs. It's probably something going on in practice, but you could tell we're just a lot better than that. I know it sucks to say, but at least we're better at something. We're better at stripping footballs. But here, great play by DJ Ivey. Again, you'll see it here. He was beat initially off the line of scrimmage. Great inside release. And then great eyes by the receiver. This is just a great route and great things. But you see his eyes right there? Looking at him. No indication I'm going inside. But then you have to hold on to the football. Great rip there by DJ Ivey. And then him jumping on it, which led to a big turnover for us to capitalize on. 3rd and 5, we need it. We go to a certain play that has been there for us previously that you'll probably see momentarily after I'm done explaining this one to you. So we're going to catch Duke and man. Of course, they're blitzing. Everybody's blitzing against us because they're getting home. You have trips here to the right with your Mallory as your backline, inline tight end on the backside. They're going to be doing slants against man. So it's going to clear out all 3 of these DBs, right? Or in this linebacker. So everybody's out of here. Here's Jacoby. There's Redding. There's Keyshawn. Everybody's out of there. Or not, that's actually Colby Young. Everybody gets out of there. And you have Mallory coming across, right? So they're blitzing. They're blitzing that safety who would probably be going across with Mallory, right? That DN notices, tries to get across. You're not going to get Mallory. But again, the play design, going against man, get this guy where he's able to catch the football and then have all this space to run. Has to make one person miss. Good job by Will Mallory doing so. Tumbles into the end zone. This is just a stupid fire play call. Great design here. Get your quarterback an easy read, an easy target, and let him go down the field and make it look good and make it look pretty. But we've seen this play before. It literally worked last time we did it against North Carolina on 4th and 2. You get those 3 slants. It's like a rub. And then a better ball from TVD. It might be a touchdown, but you see getting the player in space. Like to see us going back to that because it's definitely a great play. I gotta shout out DJ Ivey here because This is a busted play because this quarterback was expecting to get the ball to his receiver here. You're going to have 11 personnel. You have your tight end here, your receiver down here split. Just can't see him with two receivers up top here. This is a broken play. They're going to send that running back over there in motion. They know it's man because flag follows. He's trying to get this matchup right here. So this receiver does the same release Buddy just won on last play. I don't know if it's the same dude, but he tries to get that dime release, that foot fire outside and come back in. Look at DJ Ivey with his leverage this time. So that means either he made the mistake himself, corrected the mistake himself, or his coaches, let him know. But again, they try to get him with that same move. Didn't get with the outside of his frame here. Very good, very smooth here. Then it gets hands on. Dead play leads to a sack here. Great thing by DJ Ivey to do so because you have your coverage here stepping up. He thought he could go here. That's dead. Great coverage. Have to pump that and eat it. And then you have Darrell Jackson, who's just gonna abuse this guard, and get there to him with Harvey coming across the edge. But this is a play by Ivey. Harvey's trying to put his hand up to back this ball. Quarterback has to eat it, and here comes Darrell Jackson and Harvey for the sack. But again, kudos to Ivey. He was just beat on that type of same release. Comes back out next drive, has it corrected. That's playing football right there. This is just depressing. We got flag over the center, but he's going to drop back as a deep middle safety, even though we have our third safety right here. It's just hard to watch, man. This is 3rd and 13. This isn't 3rd and 50. See, everybody just dropping back in zone so far. You have James carrying this guy up the seam. You have 3 people back deep. Let James be back and let somebody sit in the middle like flag. But just look at this. This is not 3rd and 100, bro. It's 3rd and 13. You have nobody within 15 to the quarterback. Let's see how far back he goes. He's already in shotgun, right? He's letting the ball go from the 9 or 10-yard line. The ball is snapped on the 20. There's nobody even past, there's nobody within 12 to 15 yards. That's insane. You just can't have that. I would like to assume that's a coverage bust just because I don't want to think our defensive coordinator and, our defense rolled this out. Maybe James is supposed to let him up. I'm just looking for something to reach onto because there's no way we said 3rd and 13, we're going to cover 30 yards down the field and then, give you 15 yards. It's just insane. I just don't know how it happened. But it definitely was huge because the momentum was going our way. It really was. We had this long score. We had the forced fumble. Then we had the score again. A stop right here, and it could be a different game. However, it went the way it went. It's man here because you see James following this receiver from the trip side to a 2x2 set. It means you have Corey Flagg here on the running back, so he's going to step up on him. You have Nigel Kelly, who's going to spy the quarterback. So they say, hey, let's spy the quarterback. He's been running all over us. That's Lamar. But again, what that does is that leaves nobody underneath for these windows. So now you have switch releases going on with the motion man and your outside guy getting inside. But you're going to have this switch off here with DJ Ivey. You have to follow through with this coverage because you can't just pass him off the cam. I don't know what this was. It's supposed to be, supposed to be sitting on it, whatever they're saying, but whatever they coaching, it's a switch release. You have the outside guy go in, inside guy go out. He just gives up here and goes back. I just don't understand why doing so when you have somebody on, 4th and 9? This is 4th and 9. I just don't understand why we're stopping if they're coaching that. But you literally just give them up on the route, and your safety's so farther down the field, you have to just hold that. Who are you going to go cover at that point? You're just giving a free first down. You have to at least maintain that there's nobody underneath to get in that window. So you have to maintain that coverage all the way through to your safety. You can't just let them go. Obviously, Cam puts a good lick on them, but, what's a good lick for a 4th and 9 conversion as a receiver? You got to take that all day. So they definitely have to get that cleaned up. Just don't understand what was going on there. I honestly can't tell you, Canes family. Red zone D right here. We're going to have pretty much everybody here at the line. There's going to be a Goudet, great containment here. He's going to attack that lineman pulling and go ahead and make contain. It makes that tackle right there. Something that we've struggled with all year is containment. But here we go. You're going to bunch everybody up. This left tackle is going to try to get Darrell Jackson. He's going to get bullied. It doesn't matter. It's crazy. Sometimes the stuff you see on film with Six doing it to him, he's an insane transfer. I'm super lucky that he has multiple years of eligibility. I'm super happy. We're all super lucky. But get this play call. You're going to pull this right guard. So he's basically like the lead block for this pitch. Tight end comes right around, and he's just not enough space for you to stop him in his momentum. But it's just rough, bro. This is honestly a perfect play call to get him on 4th and goal. This is literally 4th and 9, 4th and goal. We can't get a stop. You're not going to win football games like that. Obviously, we're not turning them over 8 times, but not getting stops on 4th and 9 and then 4th and goal is what it is. So we're going to have another successful running play here, and the trend continues to be, hey, not everybody's here at the box. You have 2 receivers here stacked. That's actually going to have them actually respect it with two corners and then a safety over the top. So 3 defenders are automatically out of here, and you have a safety over the top of Kobe Young, obviously. So now you have 4 players outside the box. So these are better numbers for it. And shout out to Ja'Kai, who is dealing with injuries, so he didn't start this game. But after Jonathan Dennis went out, hopefully he's okay. I haven't heard anything about him. But again, just great job by this right side of the offensive line here. You're going to see Seymour pull over to the left, get his block there, and then Ja'Kai and DJ Scaife seal here. You'll see Seymour pull, Ja'Kai and Scaife seal. This is going to be John Campbell and Jalen Rivers sealing. Is going to actually even get up to this linebacker right here. And then it's going to create a big hole for Henry Parrish, who was sliding right here off this cut. This is just an insane cut. Really good cut to cut off for your pooler. Once he got over here, this was the hole the size of Texas. He had to hit it. You had the seal by John. You got the seal by Scaife and Ja'Kai. Jalen Rivers is going to make sure this linebacker can't get to your legs and then split right through it. That was a good burst. That might have been the best burst I've seen from Parrish. Like, low-key, that boy was sliding. I low-key thought it was Rue. Just because that burst was different. Look at that, playing up his field in that burst. I just haven't seen Henry Parrish burst like that. It was nice to see it. Here we try to go back to the well. It's 4th and 3. We have to convert. We get to the trips to the field side. We have Mallory backline, inline tight end. Everybody knows what's happening, including Duke. They play this better. They're not going to be crossing with man. Jake has nowhere to go. Tries to fit it in right here. Interception, bad ball. His only hope would have been to try to hit Jacoby right here, which he was there for first. But he's scrambling because this play is supposed to be for Webb Mallory. It's supposed to be wide open. It's just not there. So he has no choice but on 4th and 3 just to throw it. However, you got one option there for that first. He decides to go here. He has pressure coming in off the edge. You see coming right around. So he has to go ahead and let it go. If he steps up, he's going to be stepping up into that. But he had one option for a first down here. But just the way the cookie crumbled. Try to go back to the well. That's a play that's been going well for us, but just not this time. So they're going to start here trips to the field side. They're going to motion in their tight end in the wing over here. So it's a quad look. But they're just going to bring him right back here to get in front of West while you have this little zone read going on. So he has to go through a motion man, a whammer, and then the running back and QB on a pull. Is not able to get there. And then you have Blades who was way already inside. He's so inside. He has to play run here. He has an outside defender here, so I don't know what his responsibility is supposed to jump out. But he's not able to get outside. He sinks inside. And then you have that tight end who came right around, who's going to go ahead and get onto our linebacker even though he trips. He's still able to get down there for it. So Lamar scores another rushing touchdown on us. It's just great design. But, again, you would just wish somebody makes a play here, man. You had a couple opportunities to make a play. You would just wish that, either you got him right here for a loss or you got him there. But either way, you just can't let that happen. So blitzes off the edge are killing us. Look at Jacoby George trying to do his part, pointing like, hey, he's coming. He's coming. But when you bring another, there's only so much you can do. Your running back can only block, one person. So, again, it's another free man off the rush. It was something we've seen all game. I'm probably going to have some content coming out about this specifically because I think this is probably one of the biggest hindrances of the offense is how much people just come free off the edge literally every single game to destroy everything that we trying to do on offense. But, again, you have to the near side, if you're going to have 2 receivers here to the near side, then you have to have a check down. You have to have something going on because you have a running back here in pass protection, and then you have two coming off the edge, blitz off the edge. And it's again another fumble. But how are we supposed to, maintain and do things like this when, maintain the offense when every time we try to drop back and pass, most likely there's somebody free coming off the edge or, somebody coming in free up the middle. As a play caller, as an offensive player, like a quarterback or receiver, like what do we do when like at one point you just realize, there's going to be pressure that we can't stop? Going to be an INT here for Jake. He had the right idea going against a too high look. You got 2x2. You got Jacoby here in the slot who's going to be, running actually a really good route. He's going to get a rocker step. So that means, when you're going to break, if you're going for a post, let's say it's this way, you're going to take one step like you're doing a corner and then get back to this post, which is exactly what he's about to do. And then Jake Garcia just didn't look comfortable letting this ball go. They're only rushing 3, so he had time in the pocket here and just lets this ball sail on him, which is supposed to go for, a post for Jacoby. Maybe he thought he was running a corner, how good he ran the route. Whatever that miscommunication was, but it just looks like this ball sails on him. He has the right idea. Going between this gap right here between the two high safeties. If you put that ball right here, it's a big play. Jacoby's running up into it. You just sailed on him, man. It just when it rains, it pours because he had the right idea. This is it. Just got to get this ball right here into the window that's actually there. That was it. Like maybe he thought Jacoby was running a corner because of how good he ran that route. You see how this safety, look at this safety, right? Look at him. That's because Jacoby is giving him that little outside feint. And now he's breaking back inside. Got to hit him right here, family. That's a big play. That's a big, big play. Obviously, it's a big play going the other way when you oversail him and it's deep. Easy INT. Obviously, this is as rough as it gets, really. Honestly, you got 2x2. Mallory here, Kobe Young with Romello and Latson. He's running a super deep comeback, it looks like. I've never seen a comeback, that deep before. But, hey, it is what it is. And you have a dig coming from Romello. You got Garcia, who's going to have a clean pocket here. O-line protects him here. He's going to go ahead. Think he just, underthrows this ball, or I don't know what the miscommunication is, but this guy's sinking underneath it. It's just really nothing you can say about it. It's just not his best throw. Love Jake, but this just wasn't it right here. It's just tough to see what he was really trying to do. Is like maybe he's never seen a comeback route, that deep before. But you have this dig here from Romello. You got Kobe with the safety over top of him. You got to throw with anticipation right here so you can hit Romello right now. He has a bunch of space. But you're trying to get it over here to this deep comeback. Never really seen it run that deep. But you got a defender right underneath it that he probably never saw. So he was definitely trying to get to Latson, just an underthrow, and not seeing that defender right there for probably the easiest pick six in ACC play this year. Or that this guy will ever have in his career. So it just sucks, man, that something like that just happens. We don't know what it was. It was an underthrow. We just didn't see him, or maybe he saw him and then tried to not throw it, and it just was already too late. Whatever the case may be, man, it just didn't look good, bro. There's nothing really you can say about it. This is what quarterbacks have to deal with. People were begging for Jake, and they just really didn't appreciate how awesome TVD really is to mask a lot of these issues and, navigate and show that experience with this. This is them rushing 3. They're going to get right up the middle on us, bro. It's going to be our best O-lineman, in my opinion, Jakai, our most consistent one. They're rushing 3, and Jake's getting hit. These are the things that we're going through as an offense. Rushing 3. Getting hit. Here we're gonna rush 4, get sacked right before the game. Like, bro, everybody knows we're passing it, right? But the rush 3, they get you. The rush 4, they get you. They go back to rushing 3, and you got a guy who's about to go right between your left tackle and your left guard, and he's gonna go ahead and cause another fumble as Jake's trying to hit this guy wide open coming across. Here's Jaleel Skinner. Throw me the ball. I'm wide open, Jake. Oh, you see me? Good job. Let's hit it. One guy just go ahead and destroys your quarterback, right between two O linemen, your left tackle and your left guard. It's just nothing you can say, but the protection needs to be overhauled immediately because it's just embarrassing at this point for a team coached by Coach Mirabal and Coach Mario for it to be what it is. And then obviously this goes into his hand. Great effort here by Scaife to go and tackle him. Everybody go and bring him down so they don't just run it up on us again. But this was just this just epitomizes what we've been dealing with. 3 rushers, okay, still enough to get pressure on our quarterbacks. Somebody wide open. No time. It's literally the story of the year. But anyway, that's going to end the review. Canes up. Still love them. There's nothing else that we can do as Miami Hurricanes fans, but just wait to see if things get better or wait till next year, if you're that type of fan. But appreciate it if you made it this far. I appreciate you for watching it this far, man. But that's going to wrap it up, man. Go Canes.